Michael Saylor is at it again. Check this out. Michael Saylor adds another 2,500 Bitcoin, $243 million, bringing his total Bitcoin holdings to 450,000 Bitcoins. Now, this might sound like an amazing investment. Not when your average purchase price is 62,000. I'm sure a handful of you guys that have invested in Bitcoin are probably in at a better purchase price than MicroStrategy's $62,691 per coin. So again, he does have a ton of Bitcoin. Yes, based off of the current purchase price or current market price, he's up about what, 55%? Overall, if he would have just invested in literally almost any big tech company, he would have had more money. But again, he continues to buy at these extremely overbought levels. And guess what? MicroStrategy continues to fail. In today's live trading session, we caught that right at market open. We sold off to lows of 303. We ripped up to highs of 324, and we just continue to get rejected. Lower highs, lower lows. It is not looking good for MicroStrategy. If you look at this on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we are on the oversold side. So again, if you are shorting MicroStrategy, you do have to be very cautious at these oversold levels just in case it does find a support. But Bitcoin is holding on by a hair. We've talked about this before. If Bitcoin begins to actively trade below 90,000, there's a huge retracement potential, and that can be catastrophic for MSTR. We all know that, right? If Bitcoin begins to fail, then so will MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy has no true business that is growing under its company. It's a software company that isn't growing. All it does now is it sells convertible bonds, borrows against its investors at 0% interest to benefit its own self, and buy more overvalued Bitcoin at 90,000 per coin. This does mark the 10th consecutive week that MicroStrategy purchases Bitcoin, which sure sounds like a great thing. Not if Bitcoin is about to flop, but we'll see, right? Because we do have Trump that's just about to jump into office. His inauguration should be on January 20th. There's going to be a vote on January 21st if MicroStrategy is going to be able to raise and sell more convertible bonds to borrow against their investors to buy more Bitcoin. That will really determine, hey, are we going to be recovering from here, or is this the beginning of the end for MicroStrategy? So in the next 2 weeks, we should really have an understanding of where this thing is going. As of right now, let's take it day by day. Don't be afraid to lock in profits. Don't be afraid to manage that risk. We are on the oversold side, and you can't be surprised if it begins to show signs of reversal. So you guys know that I like talking my crap on MicroStrategy, but again, it's important as a trader to understand oversold and overbought levels. We are testing a previous support range, and until we get that full breakup pattern of 90,000, we can't get too excited that MSTR has to drop now, because again, things can get better before they get worse for MicroStrategy. So let's make sure that we respect that. The only other thing that I quickly want to talk about very quickly is DJT. DJT is up 14% today. I'm just bringing it up just so you guys can see it. Incredibly overbought. We'll see. We'll see if this thing, after ripping up, if it begins to retrace, there's huge pullback potential. You guys know that I love shorting overbought stocks. And if we type this in very quickly, again, especially at the current price per share, DJT, let's pop this thing up, offers 52% downside, very high uncertainty. But of course, with the hype of Trump being inaugurated into office on January 20th, this thing can continue to skyrocket. It does have a history of gapping up, but we know one thing: every time that it pumps, it always dumps. Every time that it pumps, it always dumps. So now this is a stock that's been added to my watch list of a top stock that I want to short once opportunity confirms itself that, hey, we're actively retracing. There's no reason on try to catching it early, because again, this thing is still a stock that can continue to push up in hype of him getting inaugurated. So again, just wanted to share this with you guys before anything actually even happens, just so you're not surprised of, hey, how did he randomly start shorting DJT? We talked about this days prior because we saw the price action follow. So very excited follow up. I hope that earned your thumbs up. Again, you get to see all of my good trades, all of my bad trades within our live trading session. If you ever want to tune on in, second link in the description down below will get you a huge discount, and you'll be able to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.